We thought to give you a better understanding about the Castlemaine Rod Shop, we would talk to the heart and soul of the operation, Marc and Heath Waddington.
Myself and Marc have been working together for roughly 15 years, on and off. If you go back in the day, probably earlier than that, you know, family business. As a young tack, you're out here playing with cars and stuff, so you could go back 20 years if you wanted to go that deep.
When we started in the business, it was a family business, Waddington Street Rods. We started by sweeping the floor, whether it was myself or Heath. We were in the same situation. Our father believed that you start at the bottom and you work your way up. After I finished floor sweeping, after a few years of that, I moved in. I was an auto electrician, and that was my role around here.
Well, the story, sweep the floor, work your way up. So I'm a glorified panel beater, which is called a coach builder by trade. Started when I was 14. Over time, worked your way up. Ended up in the office now in sales and management. So me and my brother here, 12, 13, 14 hour days. So we live and breathe the place. So like I said, you get here at 5, you leave at 6, 7. The days go on and on. So by the time Saturday afternoon comes, the car stuff's up to about here. So it is hard to try and find time to work on your toys. Like I said, my trainer's behind us, I did build that. Your brother's in the same boat. So when you live and breathe it, the novelty does wear off. Your father, Calvin Waddington, joined the local hot rod club at age 12. He started Waddington Street Rods. We actually went through a few name changes. Waddington Smash Repairs because that's consistent work. Got the bug for the hot rod stuff. I think he started his business in '78. And then things evolved, factories got bigger, built his own cars. And then the hot rod scene, that's where he got part of. So the reason I've got the real deal Tirana is because my father used to race an LJX1 Tirana, actually an ex-Brock car. So pretty cool. Long gone these days though, that was sold many, many years ago, unfortunately.
Was he fast?
He'll tell you he's fast. I don't know if he was always fast, but depends if it was a reverse grid or not.
Well, your main aim is cars. You live for cars. My father's always done it. He raced cars when we were kids. I remember being up at Winton, hanging over the fence, watching him race the Tirana back in the heyday to building top of the line street rods. So it was very tough, as in, it had to be done and done right. We learnt the hard way. If it was incorrect, we redid it, and that was one thing. But the passion for cars is there, and it's been bred into us.
So my role at the Castlemaine Rod Shop is more up the front, the pointy end on the phones, management, ordering. If you ring up here, you'll probably hear myself or one of the sales team. When my brother, he's got a little bit of a different role, which will explain what he does day to day.
Yeah, down on the floor, we've probably got up to 15 guys on a busy day there. I mean, they're talented, they're all tradesmen. You don't have to show them how to do anything, you just have to make sure they're all doing their part, and I just got to make sure that everything's there for them to do. So if I make sure it happens down the back, and then we send it up the front, and then it's Heath's headache from there. Well, if you go into a family business, you need trust. And in any business, I should say, you need trust. Heath does, in my opinion, a great job up the front with the guys. I try and steer the floor down the back, but if we need to go, we need to do something to be away from the business, to know that your brother's there, someone you trust more than anyone, and when it comes to financial stuff, and obviously to be done right, I mean, you can't beat having a family member, can you?
I was in the market to buy a new car. My father goes overseas on business, a XR6 Turbo, I think it was a BA Falcon, so like early 2000s, pops up for sale. I think it ran like a 1090 at Calder Park on a Friday night. So the old man's headed overseas. I thought, now's my time. So I got the money in the bank, been saving up. Next one I know, down in Melbourne, jump in his car, all going to plan. He gets on the loud pedal, we get a bit sideways, a bit quicker, maybe up to about 80k. Hit one parked car, hit another parked car, backwards into a power pole through a cyclone fence, and that was the end of the XR6 Turbo, and I didn't buy that. So a couple of hours later, get home from Melbourne, speak to the old man on the phone, and tell him the news, and I'll tell you what, you'd be beeping to death if I told you what he said, that's for sure.
The big thing is our chrome molly full chassis, HQ to WB Ute. We already do the sedan and the wagon setup, which is a half chassis. we've been working really hard with engineers and the roads authorities in Victoria to get this onto the road. Now this is what we call the game changer. It's going to be the full chrome molly chassis.
Favourite car of all time would be, like my little burnout car, so the LC XU1 Tirana. Got a soft spot for them, certainly have.
Because we worked on it, I take pride in what myself and our team do here. He's a 34 Vicky. It's a hot rod we built in the early day, Johnny Rainbows, and it's a car that'll last forever with me.
I think the passion of this place by being bred into you, didn't get a choice, so if you live and breathe it, it just becomes part of you. Like I said, we've got 6,000 products, you're always learning every day. Some people say, you've learned all you can learn, that's a lie. Every day's got a challenge, and me and brother work well together, you know what I mean? So there's always hiccups and hurdles, and I think that's what drives us, I think.
Yeah, I'm with him. We got the same thing. We think the same way. We work well. To work with your brother and your best mate in a business that's succeeding, and like I say, every day's a challenge, and it's something you love.